Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, and welcome back. It's War of the Spider, Fall of Azjol-Nerub, the secret chapter, Chapter 12, Whispers from the Deep. I have been given permission to play this, so we will dive in. To unlock this mission, you have to beat every map on hard difficulty, and then that unlocks challenge difficulty, and you have to beat every mission on challenge difficulty. Or you can go into the cache settings and unlock that all yourself. But to earn it, which I did not do, you have to beat everything on challenge mode. So, Whispers from the Deep. Let's check it out. This should be the last video for this this playthrough. Remember at the end of the last one I said, oh, it's not the last video, so we don't have to necessarily talk about everything in retrospect. And then I started to do that anyway. But then I stopped myself. I stopped myself after only talking about a couple different things. At the end of this one, we can do a little look back on the rest of the campaign. Following their triumph at the Nerubian capital of Azjol-Nerub, Lord Zak, Aquin, and Isri have set forth to discover the fate of Nylaex and those that served under him. Our Locust boy. What if he's alive down there?
Why have you called us here, Zak? Now that we have taken the capital, we need to discuss what has happened to Lord Nylaex. Deep below Azjol-Nerub, a shadow gathers. Creatures that know no rest or fear. We encountered them when Nylaex and I were in those unfathomable depths. They blocked off out exits while they chipped away at our forces. Lord Nylaex discovered a passage that led to the surface. But this terrible foe would not relent. In the end, he sacrificed himself so that I may accomplish the Lich King's will.
That is troublesome news, Lord Zak. With the Nerubians broken and our orders to remain here, I see an opportunity to investigate. I do not know the full extent of their powers, but we should discover as much as we can about them while we are able. And perhaps to recover Lord Nylaex's corpse, we may learn from his demise.
I have no fear of this new foe. Where strong enemies lie, I go. The fallen king will take care of matters here, so our absence will not be felt. Lords Isri and Oquan, assemble your forces. We go to the depths of Azjol-Nerub.
I will play on normal, thank you.
My scouts have returned. Strange creatures seem to have taken control over what remained of Nylaex's forces. Our attempts to return them to the fold of the Lich King have been met with hostility. They have been turned. The living Nerubian are nowhere to be seen. These are the same creatures that Lord Nylaex and I have fought in this place. They do not speak nor seem afraid of anything. Their numbers appear endless, and now they are in control of some of our own forces. Troubling. My Shadow Weavers have also reported those strange moving flesh mounds emit powerful magics, suspiciously similar to that of the late Nylaex.
Ooh.
The same residual magics can be felt emanating from our enthralled kin.
If I can inspect their remains, I may be able to decipher what has transpired.
Very well. We will attack the Nerubians so that Lord Isri may gather the information he needs.
Wait, is Isri
How may I assist?
a male bug this whole time?
Wait.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I think our items are still great. You know, as we've learned from the past, we need to get some folks on lumber as soon as possible. Let's look around. Let's look around. We want to find a gold mine, perhaps. I see a ramp. We look up the ramp. This is not a gold mine, but I also feel like our heroes are very strong. You know what? Why not just use some ultimates, okay? What else are we doing with our life if not using some ultimates? I feel like they're going to be okay. Let's just tech up while we do this. I feel like this won't be too bad, specifically because... Oh, you know your boy needs pins. This probably won't be that bad, specifically because
Nothing the matter.
our heroes are in, like, superb shape. Okay. We don't need our foreboding fortress to just get killed by one of these silly trees that can shoot air.
What is it, my lord?
Okay, well, I destroyed this stuff up here, but I don't know for what purpose. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get some pyramids of dregs for sure. And then +1 upgrades across the board should be fine. I really enjoy the resource pickups in this campaign. I feel like it really incentivizes... It really incentivizes you looking around for stuff. Will we need a Gem of True Seeing anymore? Let's just pick up this Crown of Kings. And we know that it's on the ground up here if we really want to use it. Okay, a good start. Let's go ahead and maybe check up to the upper left next. And then queue up +1, and then go ahead and grab Greater Catacombs. It's been about a week since I've played this, and I don't remember what buildings do what. How about this? Okay, we do have a Corpser here. I think that's all of our primary buildings. I think so. Dude, can you imagine if Nilex is alive? What it seems to me is that they, like, absorbed him into them so that they, like, now have more... they, like, have his powers, basically.
There is much to learn.
Okay, we'll buff up him. Stomp him again. They're slapping us with tentacles. I don't like that at all. Emergence tentacle. Ooh la la. Even armoring seems good. I want to find another gold mine first and foremost. Who has less strength?
Let us proceed. Yes.
Zach by a large margin.
Affirmative.
I guess let's keep
Well planned.
looking around. Again, I'm looking for a gold mine, and we have not found one yet.
Summoning is complete.
What do you need?
I probably need to start making some units here momentarily. Let's go ahead and hotkey all of my production structures, at least. I did get Qualming, so we can get some strikers. And maybe we go, instigators this time, you know? I'm going to get one monitor just in case we need to see hidden units. That's like an actual enemy base. We don't need to mess with that just yet. So let's come on down this way next.
Affirmative.
So there's no optional objectives. We need to destroy the enslaved Nerubians' bases so that will make the other enemies vulnerable, if I'm understanding correctly. Okay, cool. You're good. You're good. You're good. +2.
Are the forces ready?
Gold mine. You love that.
What is it, my lord?
Just jump in there.
How may I assist?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, these guys are flying. It's hard to tell, but they are indeed flying. Now let's come on down here in preparation to take this. Yeah, the Undead Nerubians will attack us, it seems like. I need one more tick of gold. Unless I have something I can cancel. Yeah, we don't need all these upgrades at this moment. So let's take the gold mine for sure. And then once that's about done, we can start getting Thanes. Did we start with any Thanes? Yeah, we did. We have three Thanes. That's not bad. As the longer this has gone on too, the more I'm realizing I feel like Thanes are good, but they're absolutely not game-breaking. Like, to the point where, like, you need a lot of Thanes, otherwise you're, like, falling behind.
By your will. Well planned. Orders ready.
This is going to be another enemy base.
Affirmative.
I feel like we could just attack enemy bases with our heroes.
By your will.
I probably shouldn't. I'm just saying I kind of feel like I could. Light spreader, absolutely. We're getting attacked in the upper left.
Well planned.
Let's get up there. I mean, if they're not going to attack me with stuff that does siege damage, then, that's fine with me.
Are the
You know what? Let's take this group and go for this base. Wait, what am I doing? We can just quick save. I've been playing Five Nations, and there's no quick save in that game, so... Let's just get a couple Arbalists. When those are done, we'll go ahead and go. Maybe we can wait a minute for Foreboding Fortress to finish.
Research complete.
Okay, this is done. No, it's not done. But that gold mine is very exposed, but there's really not much I can do about that. So, and it does take a while once this finishes for it to tick. I feel like it would be nice if as soon as the gold mine finishes, you got a tick of money. I feel like that would be really nice. Not in the cards for us, but... Okay, get on over here and repair this, please. Okay, let's go ahead and start moving over there. I just need some amount of ranged weaponry. Yeah, that's good. Let's just queue up all of our +2s. Never mind, can't afford it. I would like more Fanes. All right, let's go. Eastry's ultimate is ready. Again, let's quick save and go ahead and go. There's a lot of towers.
What is it, my lord?
What do you need?
That's way too much. Let's back away from the towers because there's a billion of them. And then maybe we can destroy their defensive force, but then we have to be able to follow up and kill them pretty much right after. Dude, our survivability, though, is insane.
There is much to learn.
Where is Oakwam? Oh, he's back here. Whoa! Just trying to use Zach's abilities so that he heals himself from his ultimate.
There is much to learn. I shall heed your orders.
A classic level 15 hero. Just pop your ultimate now.
What is it, my lord?
We've just about got him. You gotta kill this guy.
How may I assist?
Where's he going?
I await. Spells in the ready. Impeccable.
Where you going, asshole?
I await.
Okay.
Something the matter.
I need Shadow Weavers.
Our forces are under attack.
What is it, my lord?
Ultimate? No. Over a minute left. Okay, we gotta try and get through this stuff quickly now. And stop that hero from coming back. I mean, if he does come back, it's not the end of the world, but I feel like this has been an okay attack. It could be better. It's mostly Shadow Weavers? What are you doing? Just pull him into the single pyramid of dregs, and I think we'll be okay.
How may I assist?
Okay, I need these guys attacking structures, please. Well, I'm grateful that that's what they attacked me with, honestly. Just get more Obsidian Arbalists, and then we're going to keep getting upgrades, and then Fanes. And we're safe to build them over in this direction, in theory. What is nice, too, is it like everything we're attacking is going to be on Blight. Give me that fortress. Everything we're attacking is going to be on Blight, so therefore we get the benefits of being on Blight.
much to learn. I shall heed your orders.
Kill this one. Okay. We're chipping our way through it. Okay, it's a lot of stuff, but we're getting there. And if we get some of these shadow weavers out, I'll feel a lot better. This has been left alone, so we're all good there.
What is it, my lord?
Okay, destroy this. Just destroying their ability to have buildings. Okay, Town Hall, and then these structures down here. Heroes, we're just going to bring you back. We're going to send you up here.
Our town is under attack.
Something the matter.
And this is okay. Let's go ahead and get some more Thanes. Got plenty of money now. We're going to bring you over here to take their gold mine once the time is right. Ooh,
There is much to learn. Something the matter.
Zach, use your ultimate. We got a lot of stuff in here that we have to deal with. And then I need more obelisks.
Let us proceed.
Okay, let's go back quickly.
Well planned.
It looks to me like they basically rebuilt one or these two production structures down here, so now that everything is back.
Summon more ziggurats.
All right, we're getting our ziggurats back, don't worry. We can build more up here to make sure that we're gonna get actually capped out. We can get up to +3.
Orders ready. Affirmative. For the Lich King.
Okay, let's just get this finished up. Destroy the gold mine, so that's more money that I have later. Kill this worker because he's the last one, and then these two buildings. Okay, great. All of you, pyramids of dregs. We should be maxed out here on Thanes here very soon. 6. Actually, yeah, this should be the last one. Perfect. I already have a worker over here, so we can take this gold mine, and we shouldn't need to worry about any of that. Unless the... whatever's down here, like the actual enemy... whatever they're called, actually start attacking us. That's possible. I like Ravagers... I'm sorry, I like Arbalists better than Ravagers in this case. Yeah, we can get Carcass Mounts. That way we can work with the Corruptors as necessary. And let's go ahead and start upgrading. That 500, 550, whatever is insane. Okay, one down. Let's go back.
Your Shadow Weaver spoke true, Lord Aquan. Lord Nilex's magic permeates these Nerubians.
I miss him, you know. Let's quick save. I feel like we've had a bit of a slow start. Ooh, don't go that way.
By your will.
Research complete.
That seems like pre-placed stuff, but we're gonna have to deal with that one way or another. Okay, well, I would have loved to stop that from happening.
Our forces are under attack.
What is happening? What are these abilities that some of these enemies have? Oh my gosh. Guzarog.
How may I assist?
Well, my entire army is dead. That's fun.
How may I assist?
Out with it.
Heal me. And heal me. Okay, he's gone. Another level 15 hero. We're going to lose more of our, whatever they're called, too. Disciple Year. Just kill this guy, please. Did we not just repel a blue attack? Am I crazy? Game says no you didn't. No thank you. Unsubscribe. Let's go get some pressure on blue. This is only going to get harder. Let's sort of chill back here and just lure out what we can. Or they're just going to sit there. Oh no, here they come. Cool. Nice, nice choice and path to go there, buddies.
What do you need? Well planned.
Okay, we're not supply blocked, so these guys are good to go. We just need one more to finish. Please. Okay, so we just bring these dudes up here and start attacking structures. And then we have to handle any attacks that come from down in this direction, which we can do with just even more ziggurats, I feel like. What? Ugh, okay. I feel like units are not going in the directions that I expect them to, but it's okay. Let's get a worker over here just to repair these things. Flying Fortress me. Even just one hovering redoubt is going to make a huge difference here, I think. Did they pull workers? Okay, that's fine with me. Okay, enemy hero is back. Let's just use these things to start picking off structures, because that's where a lot of the problems here come from. That's a lot of those things. Well, we're gonna have a hovering redoubt here that can protect us. Yeah, it's lumber. It's always lumber with this faction, I swear. Here. Here. Okay, and then altar, and that should be another base down. And thankfully they attacked us kind of out of the way of our stuff. Okay, repair here. Is there any place that does have an abundance of lumber that I could set a thing up at? Maybe over here? Is there just an invisible dude channeling this at this moment? It's possible. Okay, let's poop some blight over here. Just finish this base up, whatever it takes. That's 2 down. Takes a lot of pressure off of us. Might be stuff on the upper right as well, I'm not so sure. You come here, and then take that. And we have another gold mine here as well. These hornets, we can just get rid of these. They might just prove to be a nuisance later if I'm making air units. Potential lumber setup over here as well. Yeah, I think he was just invisible chilling, because he pops out and he eats a corpse. Wait, I have a monitor, don't I? Get down there. We gotta kill him. Gotta kill this guy. Heroes, you can go home. Oh, and we've got these flying fortresses here, too. You love to see it. Okay, give me this. Okay, 2 bases down. I see a thing on the high ground up there. You know what, I'm not... Well, this hasn't been counted as destroyed, so... Wait, do I have enough to get my 3rd level here? Yes, 500 lumber. You love to see it. Okay. Over here, please. Man, these dudes got some range. Okay, you can just walk up the ramp now. No, you can't. It's fine, though. They're going to be fine. Every single one missed. Did you see that? Every single one missed. What are the odds? Oh, it's their Thanes. Don't make me laugh. Okay, you guys come home. We're going to get you repaired up. And then we can go for the last base.
Some of these structures held the physical remains of Lord Nylaex.
Oh!
The sound they emitted was disturbingly similar to that of the Lich King's voice.
Interesting. Okay, lumber. I probably don't need all these gold mines, and they cost me 5 food each to take, as he says as he takes them anyway. All of you transition up to this. This should be a little safer. I guess I won't worry about those hornets. Let's just come back home and prepare ourselves to attack.
Research complete. We demand additional lumber.
They always do.
Our town is under attack.
Well, you know, I said I had too many gold mines, so thanks for that. Let's just kill this attack, and then we can go and finish off whoever that is.
Research complete.
So this base is now activated. They are going to attack us. So let's get this cleaned up ASAP. One more hovering redoubt. I don't want to go crazy with these, but they are good. Okay, give me that lumber. Why does it just feels like the lumber, it comes in at such a slow rate? Like I want to make instigators, but I don't have the gold to do it.
Waiting orders.
Research complete.
Excuse me? I thought I killed the enslaved Nerubians. Oh no, that's dark blue. Okay, I see.
What is it, my lord? Impeccable decision.
I do think I need Shadow Weavers.
Out with it.
Alright, so let's go and kill this little outlying pink/purple area.
Forces ready.
These are done. Let's get them up there and drop some corpses so that our corruptors can do some good work. Did we ever get an answer on what spill distance is?
There is much to learn.
Yo, tome just dropped? New tome just dropped?
How may I
He did
assist?
not miss it?
Search and destroy. Yes. Awaiting orders.
Maybe we can just start attacking from range like this and then draw them to us.
Something the matter.
Flying Fortress v Flying Fortress. And we are blocked here. I would like to find their altar, though. Oh, never mind. He's still alive, so we just kill this guy. Does he windwalk? Maybe he's windwalking away. I'm not sure exactly how he's coming back. Well, he's dead now. What do we got up here? What did we leave? One Arbalist and then some units that come back to life. Seems like they like building... Yeah, it's these down here. We got to get to those. Let's kill the altar, and then we can go for those buildings down at the bottom. Oh, I got to finish this up before they start... Before this base, presumably the base that's down there, starts attacking me separately. I think they already attacked my upper left base, which is fine, though I need to be prepared to start repulsing them quickly, and I don't even know if they're technically vulnerable until we kill this base. There might be stuff to explore, but we're also on the last mission, so I'm not too concerned about it. We need to get all this stuff up here. You guys are just sitting around doing nothing. Okay, delightful. Get rid of that. Perfect. I think those little lightning bolts are my corpsers doing good work. Okay, go for the town hall. And that is that. Okay, a little spicy. What I like about this campaign in general, too, is it does have... There's an expected amount of aggression that you need to have. You absolutely need to be making progress at a certain rate. Otherwise, the enemy attacks do ramp up and they will kill you. As opposed to just like, oh, it's just a little bit here or there. Take however long you want and build a ton of defense for no reason, etc., etc. I do like this this method. Obviously, it requires some meticulous testing to make sure it's not overboard, but for the most part, this campaign has been great on that front.
These enslaved Nerubians were once subjects of the Lich King, yet I cannot sense a connection to our master. It is as if their link to the frozen throne has been forcefully redirected.
What does the shadow do?
Okay. Who asked? Okay, destroy the Faceless One's base.
The magic stolen from Nylax is no more. The strange flesh things should be vulnerable to damage now.
The strange flesh things.
There is much to learn.
It's okay, so only the base was invulnerable to attacks, it looks like. I just decided to make a bunch of whatever those flying ones were, because they seem good. Yeah, leave these workers here. They can repair my flying fortresses. Maybe just corruptors? Yeah, these things, the instigators. They seem pretty good. And get these dudes back to base. I preferably don't want to have to rebuild them. Mask of Death. I think we had a Mask of Death drop last time too. It would overwrite my other orb effects, and I like all the ones that I have. That seems fine. So I'm just looking around. I don't need to be doing this, to be clear. There might be something up there, too. Actually, that seems like the edge of the map. I don't know. There could be something up there. I'd say let's just go after all this. Do we have any other idle workers? We don't need this many on lumber, I think, so we can just grab a group of them. The one moment that we don't need an influx of lumber. The briefest of times. Dude, Okwon is crazy. He has 73 strength. Loving his HP now too. I like Isri's her foreboding fortress. There's something about its aggression though. Like it seems like enemies just always target it. So like it's gotta play, like you can place it wherever you want, but realistically, I think you want to keep it sort of in the back. I don't know if destroying this stuff matters at all, but I'm doing it. Let's see.
Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, well, we don't need to summon more Ziggurats. We just are out of supply, game. Awoken of disaster. Oh, I remember those things. Where I was like trying to snipe it with the fortresses on the high ground. It was real wacky. great. Just kill these dudes. What's going on here? Star Harvester. That's a cool looking building. That is cool. Infernos. 2 Inferno Stones. I think I can live without them. Let's come on home. We have a full army here that's ready to attack. We're maxed out. For some reason, I'm over here doing this. Dude, please, just pick up the gold coins.
Are the forces ready?
Healing wards, another Tome of Knowledge. I guess I can't complain. We've gotten a lot of tomes. Again, it's the last mission, so it's kind of like I don't need to
By your will.
be doing any of this.
The restless
Let's go and attack this, because this seems like where we want to poise ourselves to attack. Or maybe this is where we want to attack. Well, they're both probably going to be ramps. So maybe we can, if we can lure them down the ramps, I will be happy. I'll bring the workers, too. I mean, no reason not to. Workers, just spread some light while you're up here. Cool. Again, you can't see it, but it is technically blighted down there. I don't know why these guys are not healing my flyers. And they're on blight, too. They just aren't casting it. Maybe they're just all on cooldown. Who did I leave behind? My most important units is who I left behind.
Well planned.
It is well planned. You're right.
What
Ah!
do you need?
Get him!
By your will. Affirmative.
Feels bad for Nilax, man. I hoped he was gonna make it. I really did. Let's suicide some of these workers just to get some blight on the ground up here. Just give me vision. Okay, next one. Seems like we'll be able to get up this ramp pretty easily, actually. This looks blighted. Alright, we're good. Heroes first. This base probably going to be wacky wild, but, you know, we'll do our best.
shall serve. The restless dead await. What does the shadows are under attack?
Ooh. Just pop his ult now. Stomp with Zac. I think some of this stuff is flying, so just use his flying attack. I'm oversupplied. How did I get oversupplied? Raise dead? Animate dead? Dude, we killed it. We did great. You seeing this? We can probably get her foreboding fortress out too. Oh yeah. Why couldn't it have gone so well when we attacked the last base in Mission 11? You know. Just follow up with some more strikers and corruptors. Those flyers are okay, but they're not great. We can get some carcasses on the ground. I mean, there's plenty of corpses, but it doesn't hurt. Nice. Just seeing that level 15 on heroes does scare me a little bit. Anytime I see it, so we should, you know, I'm trying to find. There's the altar. Let's just go for it. And just everybody move up and stay together. I don't know what this building is. It's cool, but destroy it. And then let's get rid of some of their static defense. Ooh, oh. Yeah, sure, we'll make more instigators. Why not? I don't think we need corpsers. I mean, you can make your new altars. Destroy, 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 destroy. Okay, great. Just go ahead and just auto-attack further into these bases. As long as my Obsidian Arbalists are attacking what I asked them to attack, then everything is fine. Everything is well with the world. Okay, overall not obscenely hard or anything, but it was certainly not easy. Yeah, and I was thinking, like, was that the story of this whole campaign? No. I actually think this campaign was legit pretty difficult. Like, it was pretty well balanced across the board except that last mission, and not even really the whole mission. I would say the majority of that last mission was very good. It was just the last base. It's just, I just didn't really know the right way to even approach it. It was so difficult for me. But hey, I beat it, so I can't really complain. Like, one way or another, I did complete it. I just pop his abilities so that he gets some health back. There are a few areas on the map we didn't fully explore, but overall I think we did a good job cleaning this map out. And our heroes are like beefy. She has 3 different auras stacked on her too, which I think is a great use for that hero because she's generally in the back and doesn't have to tank. And she has an ability she can self-cast that does allow her to protect herself. Get him, worker.
Something the matter.
Yeah, those they're based off of orc workers, where like the unit goes inside the building. The way that they can just rebuild, like they go and start a building, over and over and over, can get a little frustrating. But Nilex, give us a sign, man. We miss you.
These flesh things, they carry the mystical scent of Lord Nilex. They are suffused with it. Such glory. They have exalted his flesh, a gift of rare beauty. The Lich King himself would likely be unable to match that. No, why would you kill it? I do not know what came over me. I could feel the Lich King's voice slipping away, but it is returned fully now.
These things have the power to make us question our loyalty to the Lich King. It is blasphemy. We cannot fight them. If Nalex's body was enough to empower them so, I dare not think what would happen if they assimilate more of our kind. The battle here is over. Gather what evidence we can and prepare to leave. There is much to discuss and more to plan.
All right, true ending achieved, even though we did not beat the campaign on challenge mode. Let me stress, you have to beat it on challenge mode if you want to truthfully unlock this mission. But I was given the go-ahead to showcase it. Interesting final map. I like how our boy Nilex got a little callback there at the end. He was so cool and weird that they, like, exalted him. And they, like, assimilated him into their weird little goopy tendril stuff, you know? So, this campaign, like I mentioned, overall, really, really well done. I really appreciate a Warcraft 3 campaign that's willing to try some unique scenario gimmicks. And when I say gimmicks, I don't mean that negatively. I may have said that in the last video, I don't remember. But I just mean, like, it's not only build and destroy. Sometimes it is. This last map kind of was. It almost exclusively was, but there was that added thing of, like, you can't engage with the final base until you destroy the outlying bases. The main thing, this is such a, it seems so minor when I say it. And I was about to say the main thing that really stands out to me in this campaign is the use of gold and lumber drops. I wish more campaigns use these because it's a lesson I think everyone can take from StarCraft 2 in particular. I think a lot of the Command & Conquer games had resource pickups as well. But basically, it really incentivizes exploring because it gives you an immediate boost to something that matters right away. Like, yes, you do want good items on your heroes, but like if you have some weak creep camps around your base, I don't need them dropping a Mantle of Intelligence. But if they drop 100 gold, that's not making or breaking my bank, but it does get me off the ground faster to keep up with an enemy that's going to put pressure on me sooner, like they do in this specific campaign. So this is a campaign that can be used, I think, as a lesson for folks that, even for build and destroy maps, almost especially build and destroy maps, I think it's great to give the player a reason to be moving out and about from their base that isn't just items on their hero at a certain point. I think that this campaign does a great job at showing you how you can incentivize the player to move out. Even, like, I think maybe at first glance, like, oh, that's boring, it's just gold and lumber. But a lot of campaigns don't do that, and it genuinely got me wanting to get moving out of my base as soon as possible for pretty much every mission, which I appreciate, because frankly, a lot of missions for the first 5 minutes are boring. Not in this campaign, but I mean across the board. Everything. All games like this, all real-time strategy that I play. The beginnings of maps, generally, pretty boring. So, you know, give me a reason to take a risk. Have me try and move out and destroy enemy bases early. Have me move out and see if I can get an economic boost early. Warcraft 3 in general does a better job of this because there's items on your heroes and stuff. But I think the economic boost it's a better usage of that incentive, in my opinion. Going through these missions, you know, I played the first 2 on hard, and hard on is very hard for sure. But you know, on normal, I think all of these are very reasonable. Some of them started getting pretty hard around, I think it was chapter 10, and then of course chapter 11 at the end. Chapter 11 is very difficult. Even, you know, if we were to remove that last base, as I would consider like an anomaly of, you know, absurdity almost. Without that, mission 11 is like near perfect in my opinion. It's very hard. It requires you to figure out the right way to approach it, and I do like missions like that. I don't always have time to tackle stuff like that, so it can tilt me a little bit, but usually I do find a lot of reward in being forced to kind of like find the right way to approach a map and then restarting and executing properly, as opposed to just going in and sort of stumbling through it, which is how I tend to play most things, and I think that's okay as well. That's how, like, first blind playthroughs can go, but I think there is something to be said about, like, you sort of master a map, and at a certain point, when you reach the end of a campaign, that's almost the requirement to win at all, and that was Chapter 11 for sure, and it incorporated all the bank data from the previous maps where you did those other objectives. Now, one thing I would point out, too, is those optional objectives were indeed optional, so if the player did none of them, I feel like Chapter 11 would be way harder. I realize that the bonuses that you get are not huge per se, though 1,000 gold right at the start is pretty massive. That, in fact, is probably the most impactful thing, is the gold right at the start of the map. You know, the undead trolls, you know, I could take or leave. I don't know what happens if you don't save either. Like, say you didn't rescue the Lich or the Dreadlord in Mission 2. Like, if you just don't have that ally, that's a pretty massive thing. Your ally getting frost worms, I would say, is pretty substantial. All these things by themselves don't seem huge, but together I feel like makes a fairly big difference in Chapter 11, until, of course, the very end. But overall, great job, War. This was a huge step up from Living Nerubian Campaign, and I know Living Nerubian Campaign is being redesigned into another War of the Spider campaign, so of course we will revisit that when it is complete, and it seems like it's in a good spot to be tried out. I will say it's cool to see a campaign like this that challenges me, that isn't crazy over the top, because a lot of the times it's either not too easy, but just sort of like middle of the road, and then there's like way too hard. And this feels like it kind of nailed it, like it hit the spot again, all except that last base in Chapter 11, just because the enemy defensive force is huge. I understand, like, it's the very end and they need to be putting up a fight. I just think maybe the enemies that spawn out of the caves is just too much. It's just too distracting. It drains your resources too much. You know, I think, like, it's okay that there doesn't have to be a reason the player has to lose at that point in the map. Because at a certain point, like, I just sort of give up because I run out of money because I can't break the base. I don't need these free spawns that the enemy gets bearing down on me down three different pathways at the end. There's a few different things that could be done to address it, and I know it's already been changed substantially. It's already been substantially nerfed, so I don't even know what to do differently, but hopefully, you know, what I showed can give some sort of insight. If you gotta snipe the town halls, you gotta snipe it. It just feels like a bit of an anticlimactic end. Okay, so that's the end of Fall of Azjol-Nerub. I enjoyed this. Really interesting and fun, unique enemy faction. I'm sorry, player faction, but also enemy faction. It seems like the Living Nerubian faction has been overhauled a bit, and I'm curious to see what it's going to be like when we play. The biggest thing for me when I played that was the the supply requirements for our queens, and how you could garrison them for static defense. You otherwise don't have any static defense options, etc., etc. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time for something new. Bye bye.